Welcome back, baseball fans. Tonight we are in the National League Mountain Division in our up to 7 to distinguish the number 1 and number 2 teams in the sorriest division in all of baseball. Let's quickly take a look at the standings here. The Colorado Rockies are currently the number 1 seed in the National League with an 18-9 record and a .667 winning percentage, beating up on the dregs of their division. So tonight, in the up to 7, they battle the second place team. You could pull names out of a hat, and Arizona won with that .423 winning percentage, putting them in second place. They're 6.5 games back with 7 to play. We look at the 6.5 games back. Colorado, when they played in the first half against Arizona, they won 4 games to 1, so they have a +3 in the tiebreaker already. However, if Arizona wins all 7 games, they'd have a half-game lead, and they'd be +4 in the tiebreaker, so there would not be a need for a tiebreaker. 7 straight wins is all Arizona needs. That's all they need. Just win 7 in a row. That's all. Beat the Colorado Rockies 7 straight games, and you will be in first place in the division. Oddly enough, Colorado has not much to gain and a lot to lose. They want to win this game 1. If they don't win this game 1, their winning percentage will go down. Arizona, they're playing for pride and spoiler. They know they're probably going to lose the series, but every game they win lowers the Rockies' chances of keeping that number 1 seed in the National League. And for baseball purists, if you're rooting for the underdog, you'd be rooting for the Colorado Rockies in a league with the Giants and the Reds and the Braves and the A's and the Tigers and the Orioles. And if you're a purist and you don't want to see that expansion team sneak in, well, you'd be rooting for the Diamondbacks. So, game 1. First game 1 we've done. Haven't played Strat-O-Matic in 48 hours. All refreshed. This is a game 1. And hopefully it'll just be 1 game today. Give me a little rest and relaxation. Game 1, maybe and only 1. Bud Black of the Colorado Rockies, their ace, against Fernando Valenzuela and the Diamondbacks and their ace. Let's get started from Joshua Tree. Free concert before the game. Graham Parsons and the Fallen Angels with Emmylou Harris providing the entertainment. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Round of applause. Rick Monday leads it off for the Rockies. He bounces a short. This is Paul Popovich at short. Who's a 3. He's an E21. Let me just double check that. He's an E21 at short. And it's a ground ball. Brian Downing bounces a 3rd. Billy Cohen. Mr. Cohen's not your father, Brian. Rolls back to the mound. Bottom of 1. Ryan Sandberg, 67, base hit. Comment section if you know that Mr. Cohen reference. Yeah. Anyway, Sandberg leads off with a base hit. He's an ace stealer. Bob Tillman's a +2 arm, and the Diamondbacks have nothing to lose. Sandberg's going to try and steal, and he's in there safely. Claudell Washington, the All-Star, K's. George Thomas bounces the 3rd, and Joe Carter walks. 2 on, 2 outs for Steve Braun. Rolls at the 1st. This is Balboni's a 321. He makes the play. Steve Bye-Bye Balboni bounces the short. Brant Elea 1-5. Let's check out the Brant Elea card because he was just in the All-Star game as one of Colorado's 3 representatives, and there it is. It's a home run, and the Rockies have a 1-0 lead. 11th homer of the year. Jim Morrison rolls the 2nd. Bob Tillman 1-13 base hit. Don Money bounces 3rd. This is Braun. Makes the play. Bob Brenly leads off the 2nd for the Diamondbacks, and he strikes out. Larry Howard skies to right, and he injures himself Not a big deal. We can put Bob Brenly at catcher, and Kurt Blefary can play first base. 2 outs. Brett Butler, 65. Triple one at 7's a base hit. Double A stealer. He's going to steal. He's in there. The T rating of Bob Tillman is 1-8, so he goes to third on a bad throw. So we have a bad throw in the catcher. We have runner at third with 2 outs, and it's Paul Popovich. Bounces to short. This is going to be Don Money, who is a 3-27 at short. 3-27 makes the play. We're in the third. John Kennedy strikes out. Rick Monday, 3-10, walks. Brian Downing, 1-8, strikes out. And with 2 outs, Billy Cohen, 46, is a walk. 2 on, 2 outs for Balboni. Skies are right. Ryan Sandberg, 1-8. Triple 1-8 is a triple for Sandberg off his own card. Let's look at Sandberg's card. He didn't make the All-Star team for the first time in 3 years. This is the 84 card, so it's the 4th and final year of it. First 3 years, he was in the All-Star game. This year, he underachieved, as did the Diamondbacks. But in this particular case, it's a leadoff triple in the 3rd inning. He's the tie run. They play back with nobody out. Claudel Washington, 1-4. Skies in a right field. Sandberg tagging up. Cohen's arm, let's see here. Oh, that'll score. George Thomas, 1-1. George Thomas, 1-6. Let's look at this George Thomas card. He played for the Boston Red Sox in '70, and he has a pretty good limited at-bats card. And Arizona, all these guys who have like 120 at-bats and at 330, they always get snatched up by the expansion teams in the draft. So that's a double for George Thomas. Joe Carter, 1-7. Let's look at the Carter card. It's going to be a base hit in the right field. Could have been a lot worse. All those home runs. It's a base hit in the right field. Thomas will hold it third. Runners on the corners, 1 out. They're going to bring it up now in a 1-1 game for Steve Braun, who skies the shallow center field. And with 2 outs, it's Bob Brenly. Brenly, 6'4". This is off of the black card. That's a 3-run homer. Bob Brenly, 3-run bomb. And the Diamondbacks have a 4-1 lead. Blefary strikes out in place of the injured Howard. And the first 3 are in the books. 4-1. Zona. Here is Brant Aliea again. K's. Jim Morrison, another all-star for the Rockies. Rolls it back to Fernando. And he makes the play. Bob Tillman. Bounce to short. 4-1. Diamondbacks in the 4th. And it's Brett Butler. 67. 1-9. Base hit. Double A stealer with the lead, going to steal. He steals second base. Paul Popovich is hit by the pitch. 2 on, no one out. Sandberg. Sandberg, 38, flies to left. Claudel Washington pops a short. George Thomas, 1-7. Double 1, saw the card earlier. Double 1, single on dot. That'll score another run. Runners on the corners for Joe Carter. 68, 1-5, missed it. But it's 5-1 Diamondbacks. And they're in the role of spoiler here. Don Money, 6'10", catcher's card. This is good news for the Giants, Dodgers, Reds, Pirates, Braves. You know, they don't want to see the Rockies, you know, get that #1 seed. It's too competitive in the National League. Catcher's card, that would be, who's in, oh, Brenly's catching now. He's a 41. Fastball. John Kennedy bounces to second. It's a Sandberg, who's a 186. Rick Monday, 35, is a base hit. 2 outs and a man on. Brian Downing. 37 will be a walk. 2 on, 2 outs. Billy Cohen. Mr. Cohen's not your father, Brian. He was a Roman. Billy Cohen, single 1 to 8. That's a base hit. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Steve Bye-Bye Balboni. 57. Fernando strikes him out. Way to go, Fernando. And it's still 5-1. Steve Braun, 43. Bounces to first. Balboni's a 3E21. That's an error. Bob Brenly, 38. Single 1 to 13 is a line out. Bleffery. Sky's left. 2 outs, a man on. Brett Butler. 4-4. Sky's in the center field. That's Rick Monday. He's like a 2E cricket number. 2E15. Good range, bad glove. Oh, wait a minute. That's going to be a single ... for Butler. Got runners on the corners. Doesn't want to steal. 2 outs. Popovich or Popovich, depending. Lines at first. Black gets through a yucky 5 frames for the Rockies, but they're going to need to come back if they want to keep that lofty number 1 seed. Brant Alea, 110. Double 1 to 9. Base hit. Jim Morrison, 39. There you go. Base hit the center. Here come the Rockies. 2 on. No one out. Bob Tillman, 68. He walks. Fernando loses control in the 6th. It's a 5-1 game, and here come those Rockies. Don Money. Bases loaded. No one out. And Moolah fouls out to the catcher and hurts himself. We're going to need Sid O'Brien to come in for him. He actually can play short, so he'll play short. John Kennedy, the infield, is playing back with a 5-1 lead and 1 out. And it's a fly ball into right field, and this is Claudel. He's a 3E10 in right field, and that's not a sac fly. Too shallow. And just like that, bases are loaded, 2 outs for the 2nd inning in a row for Fernando. Flirting with disaster. Rick Monday, 57 is a strikeout on Fernando's card. This is Fernando Mania. He strands 6 men in the middle frames. 5-1 Diabolics. Looking good. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Graham. Brian Downing.
Thank you very much.
Oh, he's not up. Sandberg's up. Excuse me. Ryan Sandberg leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. Strikes out. Claudel Washington. 3-6. Let's look at Claudel's all-star card. Homer 1 to 14 double. Runner at second. Black has been nicked all over today. George Thomas, 55. Bounces to second. Morrison's a 4-14. That's going to be a base hit. And you got runners in the corners. I got to bring it up for Joe Carter. May want to think of bringing in a right-hander to avoid the 3-run homer. 2-12. Left A. That'll be a sac fly. Runner goes to second. 6-1 game. 2 outs. Steve Braun pops to short, and with 6 runs in, you may just want to call it a day for Black. 6-1, Fernando in the 7th. Brian Downing, 2-5, double 1 to 3 is a double. Billy Cohen, 56 is the K. 1 on, 1 out. Steve Bye-Bye Balboni flies left, and with 2 outs, it's Brant Alea, the All-Star. He walks. 2 on, 2 outs. Jim Morrison. 1-7 is a K. We go to the stretch. And Graham Parsons and company is entertaining this Joshua Tree fan base. Bottom of 7. Diamondbacks have a comfortable 6-1 lead. They've not won many games this year. So we'll celebrate just about anything at this point. The new pitcher, we like Mel Queen. Let's take a look at the Mel Queen card. I like him coming out of the bullpen. He actually pitched for the California Angels in '71, had a .177 ERA. Got taken in the expansion draft because the Angels actually have a very deep bullpen already. So, Mel Queen against Bob Brenly, leading off the bottom of the 7th. 5-12 pitcher. Kurt Bleffery, 65, left. And Brett Butler, 6-12, rolls back to the mound. All right, Valenzuela has put 8 men on in the last 3 innings. None have scored. Flirting with fire, playing with fire, as the Mick would say. But he's going to come in here. This is breaking inning. If he gets into any trouble, we'll hook him. Oh, God, that bullpen is so weak. So Valenzuela's not going to lose this game. We know that. Bob Tillman, 410. Triple 1-3 double off of the Valenzuela card. That's the 9th base runner in the last 3 innings plus a batter. Here's Sid O'Brien filling in for the injured Don Money. Sid O'Brien, 46 is a walk. This is what I'm talking about. Final batter, John Kennedy. 2 on, 1 out. 2-8, John Kennedy, single dot. That'll do it. And Valenzuela leaves with a 6-2 lead after 7 interesting innings. Gosh, you almost want to bring in Jim Bouton for 2 innings. Yeah, they're going to bring Jim Bouton in now. Here's Jim Bouton, the Arizona closer. They're saying, Jim, you're relief 3. We need 6 outs to avoid embarrassment. So come on, Jim. Let's give us 6 outs. You can do it. You got runners on the corners for Rick Monday. It's a 6-2 game. Playing back. Rick Monday. 1-4 is a strikeout. Brian Downing. 67 is a strikeout. Down with 2 outs. It's Billy Cohen. He's going to bat one more time. 3-11 is hit by the pitch. Does that load him? Oh boy, it loads him for Steve Bye-Bye Balboni. It's a lot of home runs. What are you going to do? You got to pitch to this clown. The bases are loaded. 2 outs in a 6-2 game. Grand Slam will tie it. The pitch to Balboni. 3-10, he just missed it, but he gets a walk on 3-10. 3-10 walk. The bases are loaded at 6-3. And it's Brant Alea, your all-star. 6-3 game. Brant Alea. Let's show the card again. We showed it earlier. 6-3 game. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th. The pitch to Brant. 68 is a pop to first off of Bouton's card. 6-3. Queen will give you a 2nd inning of relief. Popovich. 1-9 is a base hit. Sandberg. 49 is a walk. 2 on. Claudel, not a good bunter. 2 on, nobody out. Claudel Washington. 38 is a walk off of Mel Queen. They load it. Oh boy, Mel Queen. Let's see. Their bullpen's pretty bad. So they'll bring it up because it's a 6-3 game, and it'll be George Thomas with the infield up, 62. Pitcher B. Guns it down at the plate. Base is still loaded. Infield still up. Joe Carter still at bat. The pitch. 2-10. Joe Carter. Look at the card again. It is gone. And there it is. The grand slam in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Diamondbacks. Big 4-run homer. Scores these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-run homer. And it's now a 10-3 game. Wow. Steve Braun rolls it to first. And Bob Brenly strikes out. All right, it's 10-3 in the 9th. Bouton, this is not a save situation. It's a question of, do you want to save his arm for the rest of it? Yeah, let's take him out. He wasn't getting a save anyway. Let's go with our boy Tom Underwood, who's had a dreadful year, but he's got a 7-run lead, and we're hoping for good things. So Underwood will come on in the 9th with a huge 7-run lead. Here's Jim Morrison. Morrison, 1-8. Homer 1-18. Let's check his card out. It's gone. It's a 10-4 game. Bob Tillman, 59. Short X. He is a 3 at short. 1 out. Sid O'Brien, 112 short. And with 2 outs in the 9th inning, it's all up to John Kennedy. 33 lines to second base, and your Diamondbacks have won a baseball game. And put kind of a damper on the Rockies postseason here. 10-4 win for the Diamondbacks at home. Let's do the box. Bouton had 1 inning where he gives up, let's see, 1, 2, Bouton 2 hits and 2 runs, and 1, 2, 3 walks and 2 Ks. And then a solo home run for Underwood. Fernando did the rest. The Rockies are going to regret the 18 men they put on base and only scored 4. Fernando gets the win Gave up 7 hits and only 1 run, a solo home run in the 2nd inning. He walked 5, struck out 7. Usually reliable Mel Queen, the only decent reliever on the Rockies, gets lit up in the 8th inning with 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and a K. Nothing in the 7th. And usually reliable Bud Black got knocked around too, to the tune of 11 hits and 6 runs. And all those were earned. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Every time I play a Mountain Time Zone game, my league ERA goes up higher and higher and higher. So we have, 14 runs today. That's going to hurt my league ERA. 1,009, a 108, 10-13, 410, 8-9-4-5. So that was game 1. And that's where we'll stop in the broadcast. And you have to assume, how long does it take before Colorado wins one? It's the new soft shoe for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So let's look at the year-to-date now. Arizona and Colorado. With that win, the Diamondbacks are 12-15, but they're still 5.5 games behind the 18-10 Colorado Rockies. Batting averages, the Rockies are hitting .290 with a .485 ERA. Diamondbacks 276 with a .555 timer ERA. That's some bad baseball right there. But that's it tonight, and we'll see you next time in another division.